Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Yay! We are standing on the floor, the large entertainment floor in the hotel in Arnaaluk. This is the Trees Hotel. And behind me, through the windows, you can see the new cruise submarine that is a pleasure submarine for people to travel on to like a cruise ship. And so we've gotten kind of far on the ship, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to change my view right now and go out to the ship, the submarine, and we have gotten to the passenger. These are the sleeper car right here, and then through here this is going to be a little area for them. This is the actual restaurant car, which hasn't been worked on yet. And then through here we've got another section. We'll probably have that be kitchen. And then back here, this, which is full of water. Hold on. I just realized this is full of water. There we go. This is going to, where is the water coming from? Are they coming from there, or was it just in here? It might have just been in the build that there was water in it. There we go. All right. Now I'm dry. Hi. Okay, so this is going to be the observation car, and we're going to replace with glass this glass. We're not using, I don't know, should I use it? I probably should use the clear glass. Let's see what it looks like. We'll start putting it in. This is a special car for them to sit in and be able to look out at everything that's going on all around them, is what this is going to be about. In the car where they take their meals, they can look out of those windows too, but we have a little bit more of a piece there as far as them looking out. Now this is interesting. Do I want to take away that? Do I want to round off? See that part right there? I think I'm going to take that part off. I won't take it off here, I don't think, but we're actually going to put in, this is going to come all the way down. There's nothing there. Boink. Put in glass coming all the way down on this side, so they have this beautiful view. So this is what they can see from here, is they'll be able to see this whole thing. See that down there? Something's wrong there. That doesn't belong there. And there we go. So this is their view. We can do it from here by taking away this piece right here like this, and then bringing this back, since it was flooded already before. There we go, and that gives it this look. And let's do this side also. This is Mubian's sea truck. This is actually the universal cabin of the sea truck. And wait, did I do something different there? I did. I added an extra block, and look what it did. Ooh, now I don't know which one to pick. Oh shoot. Should I pick the one that doesn't have anything, or pick the one that does? Yeah, I think I'm going to take that one away. I put in a piece of glass here, and I don't want this piece right here. We're just going to have this come like that, and there we are. Yeah, and that makes it look as realistic as we want this to look. So then we will be able to put seats in here, and all of this part that's leaking, I think I'm going to put them on the top. I'm going to put the pieces that we don't want on the top. And let's look here for a second. Let's come out. I'm going to take this and close it up. But up here, see how we have this right here? We're just going to begin to pull this whole thing all the way over. Did we pull it over the lights? I think we did. And bring it all the way to this end. And then in these areas here, see this part right here? This part is leaking, and so is this. So we'll put these pieces in right here. Whoops, I got a piece there, and I don't have one here. Just to keep those from leaking, I'm going to cover this part also. Whoops, bonky, bonky, bonky. Bonky it is. Okay, and that gives us that. Now, do we want to do the same with the dining car? If I do it with the dining car, it would have to be on one side. And then I'm thinking, well, if I'm going to put one on one side, maybe I should make the kitchen on one part and then have the car seats be able to look out the windows, or I can put the kitchen, this is that. I don't have a real place for the kitchen here. I almost need to put it in this part right here, the kitchen. And maybe we'll go in and look at that and think about putting the kitchen in that section. And I think that is what I would like to do. All right. So we were supposed to be being a little bit more careful. Our Optifine type mod that actually allows Chroma Hills to have all its beautiful, beautiful variations actually is pretty stressful on the system. And so let's come up here. Let's take, while my eyes are adjusting, let's take these and put them back. Let's put the sponge back, and let's put this back. Now we have a couple of things that are happening. We have, I was pretty sure, so yes, it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, almost 4 o'clock, and I'm going back to the ship just to show you. The ship is made out of concrete, so are all these buildings. We have 9 builders asking for concrete at the same time. And so, of course, we don't have enough. And the thing that I thought was going to be the problem was going to be the sand and the gravel. But what I forgot about was the dye. And we need lilies of the valley. We need like fields of them. And so we took another 28 saddles that we had recovered, our fishermen had recovered from shipwrecks, and 5 bows. The bows were returned to, there's Michaela, and look at Michaela. See that right there? She's making dye, and that's the thing that was missing. So we took 28 saddles and 5 bows. The bows bring a really big bounty from the Mer Nation of Tana, because they remove offensive weapons. And offense is what I mean by that. Defense and offense in sports, offensive weapons. They're not necessary for peaceful nations, offensive weapons. And so in that respect, Tana removes the enchantments and then resells the bows. But because they want the offensive weapons off the market, they pay a really high bounty. Plus, the 28 saddles went to different city-states for a high bounty, which allowed us to get 18 stacks of lilies of the valley. So our dye shops are now working on the dye needed for the concrete mixers. The concrete mixers are being held up by the dye, the need for dye, white dye. And so now they're going to get on their way. We still have one dye shop that is working only partially, and that is the Arcology dye shop. I thought that it would be reported, but it hasn't been reported yet. Hold on for a minute. Okay, there we go. I thought but I don't think it's been reported. So I'm going to request on Discord and see if I can get the dye shop, the Arcology dye shop, recorded. I'm going to look at it one more time. I'm right here. I beg your pardon, in the town hall. Why don't we come over to this airlock? I'm going to go out and I'm going to look at that dye shop again. Now, yeah, I do modifications, and a person could say, well, maybe those modifications cause the shop not to work. And I admit that is a possibility. However, I usually, when I modify Arcology, I make it larger. I don't make it smaller. I specifically am trying to preserve the footprint just to make sure that the building works properly. However, let's look at the concrete, Arcology, Arcology. Let's go back, put in a capital A, A-R-C, and there it is. And let's do this one more time. We're going to go to luxury, the concrete mixer, level 5. So this is the way mine looks on the inside. So see this part right here? It's got that and that. I might have taken away those guard pieces right there, but this connection to the hut block has not been changed. The floor underneath the hut block is the same. And the only thing that's possibly changed is this right here. Now, if they need to get to this hut block by walking in front right here to do something, that's what we can see right now. So let's X this. Let's look for the new area. We've got there's the submarine right there. So that means the new makers area is over here. And there is a airlock right over here, and we're going to use it. We've got a new, this is the warehouse right here. And right where the warehouse is, there is an airlock for us to go in. So let me see what I see here. So this is Caden's shop right here. And yeah, see, that is still there. This does have this doorway here. That doorway shouldn't be doing anything. But you know what I'm gonna do, just in case? Let's take this off. And let's just for a minute, let's pull this part of the doorway out. And that would mean, let me see what I can do on this side. This doesn't need to be there, and it doesn't show on that side. So let's put in this. Let's put in this, and let's put in this. So we're bringing this part here like this. Let's bring the tree all the way up to here, the acacia tree. And do I want to do something with this doorway? This doorway is going all the way up to here. And this one, we could take this part away. But if we do, then we need to have a piece of this. Hold on for a sec. Let's get a piece of this. And we'll bring it out and we'll put this here so that doesn't leak. And so that doesn't leak. I don't think they're going to. I'm just making sure that they don't. And yeah, so the inside, the tree is actually inside that building right there. And let's see how Cadence feels about having just a little tiny bit more room. This is there. There's actually something here. What I could do with this right here is, instead of having it be like that, let's bring this over to this part and let's glass pane. I should have some glass pane that I can use, and I do. This is panel and not pane. I actually need panel right here. So what we're going to do is panel this part where this is and where this is. So this is going to be on the inside of the shop, just to give her a little bit more room. And let's see if this is the problem. So let's take this, let's put in a square right here. And now we do have a problem, Houston, because we can't do what I want to do here. We would actually have to have a piece right here. Or we'd have to square this out, which means we would lose this. So for instance, we could bring this here like this, but then in order to put this here, we would have to put it here like this, which means that that can't be there like that. We can put that in. Let's make it this, put that in, and we'll just have those two. Now, if she still wants her geraniums, we could switch this out right here and put the geraniums in there. RA, and there they are, and I think it was these, Dawn of Time. Let's see what we've got. Let's put these back. We don't need those. Let me look at this planter, but I don't think it was a planter. And let's see what we've got. I think it was one of those, like that. Why don't we put her having geraniums right there, just because she wants to, and I'm okay with that. And let's look here. Hello. Hi. Is everything okay? Okay. It's such a Primus, everybody. And oh, you're getting tea. You're getting what? You're rowing? row your boat. Okay. Let's come to here and put these two away. We can put this here. This doesn't belong here, but we can put it away and put this here for a minute. How do I have one of these? Let's come here. This is a colony flag. We do not keep them, but they are used for the build. So we wanted to put in the cross through for this, but we have to wait until we have enough concrete, and we don't have enough right now. I could put it in with the understanding that they will give me the concrete back. I could do it that way. So if we were going to, it would come to here. It has to be able to go under this block, so it has to come down to here. And so let's put that in, and let's take these right here and bring this up on this side. We could just go ahead, but I think I want it clear that this is in fact the walkway here. So we're taking all of this out and making this full piece right here. So we need from here, we need 1, 2, 3. So this part goes up and this goes up, and right here, 1, 2, 3, right here. This is on the other side, and there we are. Now we're above water. All right, now we did get some whatchamacallits, and I think I have them on me. Yes, 6 of these. So I need 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And I need 3 here. 2, 3. And that should make it come right up to there and out there. And that's perfect. How do they get out there? Exactly. And so right here, we're going to put a skin diving suit right here. And what we're going to use for the diving suit is an armor stand. I used 6 of those. And how many did I have? Did I have 8? It looks like I had 6. So I used those. We'll get the concrete back later. I need an armor stand, and I'm going to find one. There's our couriers working. Let's sort the house. Let's see if I can find an armor stand in here. MOR. STAND. Nope. We got plenty of armor. Good gracious sakes of freaking life. Look at all that plate. We don't have a lot of leggings, but we do have the top parts. I would rather use the what we used at the fishery, and I think I'm going to use that. And so Case is working on this. This is level 4 of this this platform here, which is going to be for a loader. We're going to have a loader sitting there, and so I'm going to wait on that and see what happens. Tristan is fine. Hi, Tristan.
You are so wise.
Oh, well, thank you. That is so sweet of you to say that. And do you actually have... Oh, wow. So he definitely has sand to make glass. And what you heard were people eating in the restaurant over there. And this is Steffi's restaurant here. We have Bentley is looking like he's a little unhappy. Steffi, let me see what she has. No wonder he's unhappy. Look at this. She is really far down. Let me see what's in her refrigerator here. She has some kimchi because I don't even think she doesn't have enough. So that's all she's got. You want to see what her menu looks like? She should have fish dinner. I'm beginning to wonder if we're going to have to get fish. Because look at this. This should be cod, but I think it's salmon and I think this is the opposite of the way it should be. I'm almost positive, but let me look right here for a minute. Let's come to here and let's look at fish dinner. So the fish dinner is made with cod, and sushi, let's see what the sushi is made with. Fish and chips is made with salmon. It should be the other way around, but USHI, and this is made with salmon also. So there's no tuna, so salmon would be the next thing that a sushi roll would be made with, and I like that. However, except for cod, cod's used to mimic crab meat, and that could have been a choice of theirs, but they didn't make that. And then fish and chips, which should be made with cod, is being made with salmon. But hey, those are people who don't eat fish, believe me. And so here we go. We're going to look here and see. So they just threw whatever fish was they thought about there. Let's look at this. Because in number 2, the dish that is cod, fish and chips, is cod. And you can get cod almost everywhere. This is the only place, these frozen waters, where you would have trouble getting cod, and we still get enough cod. The salmon we're not keeping up with because we have so many requests for salmon for different reasons. Excuse me for a minute. I'm going to turn away. My nose is itching. So I just wanted to check for a second. Okay. But it doesn't matter. That's what it is, and it's okay. Because believe it or not, I'm just glad it's there like that. So I'm glad there are those meals available, and that is good. Okay. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon this time, and we've got couriers running around. I'm going to see if this makes a difference with her. I don't see it making a difference. She absolutely does make concrete powder. And so, see, she's making concrete powder, and she's just waiting for dye so that she can make some more concrete powder. And we'll just have to take the concrete powder to one of the other concrete mixers and have them make it into concrete. And but other than that, I think things are going to move along now that we have dye, white dye that can be given to the concrete mixers. And so that's what's happening. We have, hello Evelyn. I suppose I could work a little bit back here. I'm just going to check on who we put back here, because I don't think I necessarily put down who this was that we assigned to be back here. And let me see. Danny started on the residence, so Danny's working on that house on the right. Lionel's working on the apartment building, I believe is... No, I don't remember. We'll have to figure out which one it is. And River's working on... Oh, she is working on the dye shop. Okay. She's going to work on bringing the dye shop up to a level 5 before she works on the last section of the submarine. And Case is the one who's working on the courier stations and logistics building for the second warehouse. Now we moved, let me see who this is standing here. Oh, it's our second Dexter. This is who this is. And Dexter, where are you? What's your name?
If you say so.
Oh, it's a Hedrasham. Okay, so let me find him for a minute. He is our third carpenter right now. And let's see if I can find him. I think I found him being raised. Let's look. There he is, being raised by Fatima and Mauricio with Fatima's cousin, Journey, who came in. And he is the third. He is the farm carpenter. We're going to make him the farm carpenter. Or I should put first farm. First farm carpenter, P-E-N-T-E-R. Okay, and that takes care of him. Patrick is a farmer for sure. Patrick Sparrow. And Zio is Patrick's mom, and Patrick's father was a visitor. Hi. And Zio's other kid, Renata, her father is Danny, who is the builder. And so Zio and Danny are officially partners, and that I believe is borne out with the with Minecolonies family tree, which is what we're using for that. So Dexter is living here. We moved, yes, he is. We moved Steffi and Patrick into the big house, and it looks like they're sleeping in the kids' room, which is interesting. They could have slept in here, and they're not, which means that maybe they're not a couple. Maybe they don't like each other enough. I'm always surprised by the beds they choose. So what we'll do with that is we'll probably remove the children's beds from here until the time being. However, this is a perfect example of the fact that we're not done doing stuff. That is panel, and that is concrete. And we're in the process of changing this into a concrete building. We could leave it stone. It is sitting on the ground. But this is more durable, and so since it is, we are taking it out. We are replacing the stone with this special concrete that has a mixture in it that makes it more waterproof than stone, so it's not going to be eroded away in the same way that stone would be by the movement of the building and things like that. So right in this area where we can see these in the window, let's take this part and put this here, and then we can put this back because we have to, otherwise it's going to leak. And this window is fine. This window's bigger. We're giving them more view right here. This will make really a pretty dining area right here. Even though Lady Shatana has this carpet sort of specifically marking this area, we're going to make this floor out of a different material. And that will help us decide where we're going to put the carpeting in both of these rooms. This one, there is a glacier behind this wall, and so there is not going to be a window on this part of the wall here. I love those lamps, and so I'm going to hold on to that one. That's one of my fun vanilla things that I love. And there we are. So this is farm country. This is a house in the farm country. A restaurant owner and a farmer live here. So far, we'll see if they like each other enough. We're going to have them decide on something right now. We're going to pick some wood for the floors. So we're going to do plank, and let's see what kind of plank we have. So we have chipped as well, which gives us some other types of plank. This plank looks different from this dark oak plank. And let's look and see what they look like. And that's because of Chroma Hills. This is not Chroma Hills. This part right here, that's vanilla. But this is Chroma Hills. This wood, these wood planks right here actually are Chroma Hills. What are we putting in the carpentry shop? We should be putting spruce. Yeah, that's spruce there. But this would be dark oak if we wanted to put it in. Now, if that seems too dark, this area specifically, there's not a lot of windows. Even in this area here during the daytime, it can look pretty dark. Why don't we go for brighter wood? So let's take these 3 away, and let's look at plank again. And let's do birch. We can do birch. I don't think bamboo is going to look good. Let's come down here and see what we have at our disposal. These bamboo planks would make some kind of rug or flooring or something here. We can look at that and see. Let's see what this looks like. That would look like that. I don't like that. This. Or this. You can see the decoration of the bamboo in that. Yeah. Okay. So we can let this go. Let's look at this. Really think, I know it looks rough. But if we wanted to, we could do the outside of the floor with this, that the floor underneath is this, and then where there's carpeting, we'll just put carpeting in other parts of the floor in these areas. Let me get this and this so that I don't have a problem with that. Table. What side of the wall are you on? You're on the other side. Okay. So yeah, so we're making it that if we do something here, like we could have a runner up this hallway and find something pretty that we want to use to act like a runner in this hallway right here, starting from right here and going to right here. And this is where we start having the kitchen floor. Now the question is, where is the kitchen floor? Does the kitchen floor come out beyond this doorway here? I don't think so, but we'll see in a minute. So in this area here right now, we do not have carpet. So this is going to be like, this is a plain wooden floor, like a polished wooden floor, like a oiled wooden floor. Yep, sure enough. Okay, let me get the door. There it is. And let's put it back on this side. And there we are. And they're not here. It's sunrise. No, of course, they didn't sleep there. They're in the kids' room. That's what we were talking about, that they're in the kids' room. Now, I know there's all sorts of stuff that we can do.
I have worked enough for today.
You have, huh? So, someone just left. There we go. And there they both go. So what do I want to do about the fact that they want to do this? Use these beds. Now, it used to be if I was in fantasy, if I had the fantasy mod, but they've skipped 21. So they're already at 24 and they're not going back. But if I had had fantasy, I would use fantasy's beds because they don't sleep in them. But they do sleep in Paladin, and that's what this is. And, oh, really? We're going to have one of these? So I'm going to take these beds out and put in a sleeper couch. Sofa. Let's put in one of these. I'm going to put in a brown one. Let's get a stool. And so that we know that's actually where the where it goes, where the bed goes, right there. I don't think, oh, we can't use this. We have to use regular sofa. We can't use Mr. Crayfish, they're too wide. So let's do the brown, and we won't be able to use this. This is the door we don't need. Let's get wool. Let's get brown, and we have a cutter. Let's bring the cutter down. There it is, and put this right here to make that. There we go. So now we can put in this chair and this right here in this big huge room, and we'll see if they sleep. Now they might not, actually. And let's take what color we like in the hall. We could do terracotta. We could do some sort of terracotta piece. There's blue in a lot of different places. I don't think I've used this yet anywhere. I don't think so, but we can find out and see how we want, if there's a way that we want to do this. That's nice. There we go. Nope. Nope. Is that too loud? If it is, I'll go to sleep. There we go. Here we are. No. There we are. And I should remember it, but I don't which one it is, so I'll just have to keep doing it till I get to it again. I'm not getting to it. There we are. All right, so that's what it looks like. So that is the carpet in this section going to this. Now we can actually put curtains up here. Let's take these away. These are in the room. CURT. We've got these. I'm not worried about someone being struck by lightning because we actually are underwater. So I don't have the problem that I would have if I was on the surface, where I would actually have to be protective of the people. That is cyan for sure. In here, this is blues. In this room is using blue, but we're going to use cyan for the curtains out here. And let's go to curtains again, CURTAIN. Now we have two things that we can do. We can't use the rods because we would have to have, but we do. Ooh, we can, CURTAIN. So we could use the spruce rod right here, and then we could use cyan. There they are, Valhelsia cyan. And so for the middle ones right here, see, we could put it like that so that it looks like that part is open, and then hang this in. They don't like each other. Hold on a second. Can I put that above that? Oh my gosh, I can. Look at that. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. This is, believe it or not, cyan, looking dark like this. But that's the color that's in the lamp. And that gives us that. Let's see if we can get a better match. That's spruce. Let's see what the dark oak looks like. Let's try the dark oak with this and see. Let's take these two away here. I think I like that better because of that color. No. So we're using it like this to make it look like the curtains are drawn already. And so this part of the curtain is still open. And I want to do that in this room. And in this room, I don't know what color we're going to use, but we're going to have a problem here. And we might want to give them this top piece right here so that we can actually put curtains up in this section right here if they want. They still have an amazing view. I'm standing up, and if I come over here I can see, and it's beautiful, and I think I like that. We'll see. We also have this. And for these, we're going to do the same here. They're going to have a curtain on right there. That isn't going to be open. If it was open, it would look like that. But I wouldn't want it to look like that. What I would do is take out these two and put in this on top to make it look like, oops, that's open, rather than having it open like that. It looks too thin, and we'll just leave that. That's a curtain there, and we'll put curtain here, the dark oak rod on top. Now the rods are Miss Macaw's Macaw's curtains, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Macaw's windows. And I don't know what we're going to do here. We might not have this unless they agree to have their cabinetry not be there. they would have to have different type of cabinetry. And I think for the way this is, I don't have a real answer. That's the sun setting over there. Let me put these away for a minute. See, that's the sun in the west. And you can see it above the water coming down, getting ready to come out into the water. And isn't that an amazing thunderstorm? So since I've waited this long, I'm just going to go ahead and wait for everyone to go to bed. Let me look at something here. Does that do that on both sides? Yes, it does. Okay. Wait for everyone to go to bed before I do something about that. Let's put this in still. We've got this closet here, and let's see what we can do around it. That's okay. Technically, we should be putting something under this wood floor to make it that this floor is not outside being touched. I mean, the wood would be waterlogged unless it was specially treated like the wood that is sitting out waiting to be delivered. Nope, not in this section. We're not going back that far. Kitchen is going to have some other kind of treatment on the floor there. And this is going to be interesting. Does that show inside? It does not. Yay. And there's our rug, and there they are. So this time they did go in and go to the bed. I was concerned that they were going to stand at the table outside, but they're not only not standing at the table. Yes. Yes, they are. Okay, and so this is what we've got. Is this uneven? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Nope, it's not. Okay. So now here, I need some kind of flooring, some fun kind of flooring here. We could do quartz, RTZ, and I think I would like to. I love this as kitchen flooring. We could also just do the regular block and see. Quartz is expensive though. And this is chiseled, and I don't think that's going to look like anything. So the chiseled looks like that. Ooh, that's pretty. Isn't that pretty as a flooring? Let's look at that, and that's just a regular. Right there would look like this. So it would be a white kitchen floor that looked like that. Or we could have the pillar pieces and they would make this kind of tiling on the floor. Let's look at chipped, QARTZ. So down here are chipped pieces. Smooth, ringed, round. Let's look at those two. Let's look at this one. Oh, it's that. I see that. And that's just regular stone brick right there. I know, quartz, QARTZ. What did I see just then? I saw something else. QUA, right here. Look at this. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, but we're not going to use that. Okay, QUARTC. Is there anything here? Oh, well, there's one thing that works really well, and that's endstone. And we do have endstone, so we could use this. I don't think this endstone is going to look good for me because of the fact that it is not Chroma Hills. And see, it's going to look like that, which is kind of neat. I would like it better if it had bordered, but this is one of my favorite kitchen this is one of my favorite stone floors, is endstone. Just in the way that it's just such a pretty marble. And that gives us the floor like that. All right, so that makes the place still pretty light and airy. Let's get the door. There it is. And let's bring this part out. Yeah, we need lots of furniture and stuff. Okay. And things, stuff and things. I'm thinking that I am going to go ahead and put this here. And this will give us this set right here. We can put refrigerator and things on the ends. And let's see what this is. Cabinets. Now there should be in Paladin something light, some sort of birch, some sort of light something. There is Farmer's Delight's cabinetry. Let's go back up to the top. And this is cooking for blockheads. This is desk, but we're looking for a cabinet. That's light wood. Basic quartz? Let's look at basic quartz. And that doesn't give us any counters. That's a desk cabinet. Okay. CABINET. We're looking for these. Wall cabinets. Oh, there's an interesting thing. I see that. I don't think that's gonna work. I haven't used those before, I don't think. Yeah. I'd almost rather have these. I haven't had these in a while. Look at them. You might recognize those. And let's see what it looks like when they do open. And here's the problem with those. There's no cabinets to match. There's no counters. DRAWER. They are meant to be the cabinet and the counter in Farmer's Delight. But I'm going to try and see if I can find something that looks like it goes with it. Now look how that looks. That actually looks like it goes, doesn't it? It does. That's the first thing that's gotten anywhere near looking like something. And so we've got a place right here and a place right here. And then we've got counter that we can put here. Let me see. Hold on a second. Okay, I'll check that out. I actually like it. I want to bring a large piece. We can have stools be right here, and here we can have the sink and stove. So what am I looking at? What is this right here? Let me see what it says. This is handcrafted. Wow. And Farmer's Delight. Handcrafted. Wow. Now that's interesting. So handcrafted drawers, Farmer's Delight. And there she is. Should I open it the other way? Of course I should. Hold on. Let's do this so that it opens this way. And that'll be fine. Okay, and so we'll put the sink and the stove. So if we put the sink here, and then we can put the fridge right in this corner, the stove there, and what do we put over here? We'll find out. Maybe nothing. Maybe we'll just have another counter right there. So this is a pretty big kitchen for Steffi. She's a chef. Let's give her a fridge. If the yellow was closer to matching, I would try it. But I think we're just going to go with Paladin's white fridge right here. And we can't. We can't put anything there. Okay, that's good to know. And we're not going to put it on this side. We actually have to put it over here because of the way the doors open. So that's the thing that makes sense there. If we wanted to, we could put something facing this way, but let me think about what's going to be here. So we'll put the sink here and the stove here, and that's all that's going to be there. We can put a stool there. Nope, we're not going to be able to put anything. And so we'll just leave that. And then if we want, we can have this come over one and put a hood range right there. Hello, Mr. Villager. How are you? Oi! ¿Cómo está você? How are you? And let's do this right here and get a hood. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. How are you doing? One minute, hold on. Okay. Let's put that there. We can actually have things on top of that, which would actually be kind of fun. You're doing marginally good? Uh-oh. The video you sent me on Discord was very cute. I liked it. I definitely liked it. Let's do sink. Let's do handcrafted and see if we can find some things for a second. So since there were those cabinets, and those are shelves there, and those are the drawers right there. I don't see, that's a birch shelf right here. Let me see what this looks like, this shelf. It's actually kind of okay. Does it look like it should be up here? Yeah, I think it does. Let's take this one and put it down. I actually kind of like that, to have on both of the far sides there. And let's see. Yeah, definitely like that. And if we wanted to, we could put, ooh, look what I found. Oh, that is nice. Not going to use it here. I like this better. But how interesting. I want to use it someplace else. So right here, I need a sink and I need a stove. And I was looking at Handcrafted to see if there was in fact a sink, but there is not. But those shelves are wonderful. That is wonderful. I like those Handcrafted. We can do something with that. And then the counters that look like this. Let's just for a second, let's see if we want this. Hello, Stay. How are you? And let's come here. And let's see what we have if we did this kind of counter here because of this. What's up? I'm putting in a kitchen in one of the Cavern style. This is the Cavern style alternative residence, and Lady Shatana had it all furnished, but I've decided to do something different on the inside, and so I am looking at that. What am I doing? This is Minecolonies, a modded Minecraft, and so I'm having fun decorating with it. And I'm looking at a couple of mods that modify Minecolonies and Minecraft. And I am trying to find a sink and a stove right now. Vincentius Primus, everybody. Mr. Villager, Vincentius Primus.
I'm Mr. Villager.
He said hold on, so he might not be there. He might have gone away. Let's come here. And let's come over to sinks again. And let's see if I can find something that even remotely... Now, the stripped birch from Paladin might work for the sink. That's andesite top Paladin. And then we have the birch from Mr. Crayfish. So we'll try those two. And now I need a stove. I need a stove. These are stoves. Or I need an oven, which would be a furnace. Yes, I need one of these. And these are cooking for blockheads. And I'm not going to get anything that I think I like. Paladin has ovens that then you put a induction top on them. So the oven is underneath and then they have an induction piece. The birch one of that we can look at and see if we like it with the induction piece. But let's look at stoves actually, instead of ovens. My fingers weren't in the right place for that word. This gives us Paladin's kitchen, stove. We have two different types. And Mr. Crayfish, but I don't like the way the top of it looks. It looks much more like an induction, but with only one place to put a pot. And so I'm not keen on that. Furnace. And these are our furnaces. So we could put in something old-fashioned. We don't have fantasy, which gave us a whole bunch of choices as far as ovens and stoves were concerned. And so we'll have to pick something else. Let's put the sink on the same side with the fridge. That's not bad looking. We could do that one, or we can do, no, look at that. That one works much better with the odd pattern on the handcrafted cabinets. And this is a Farmer's Delight. These upper cabinets are a mixture of Farmer's Delight and handcrafted. And I like that. And this, of course, this is, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Crayfish. Yep. So we've got a very mixed up kitchen, which is what usually happens with me. I can put in this stove, and I think that's going to be my favorite. Now, I was thinking about ranges, hoods, HOOD. I don't know. See, my finger's not in the right place. Hoods. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's see if we can put this range hood underneath. No. No. Okay. So we'll just have to have one of those induction tops that actually has the fan in this part right here, because we're not going to have a range hood on that. I don't like the way it looks. And this comes to here. We can put stools around, and that will be good. And then up on top, we can put some other things. And so let's look here and see what I want. First of all, we don't have any light in this area here, and we can either do the light from the floor, and if we do, is there floor? There is ground under there. So we can use the classic glow, glow stone, OW. I can use classic glowstone and inlaid glowstone. This might look like carpet. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, that's way too bright. Well, those are too bright. So let's put this here like this, and then we can put carpet over top. I don't know what color it is yet. I do seem to be having trouble with that today. Carpet here. Let's do green for right now. I think I'm gonna do that. That looks pretty. And especially pretty with green outside. I like that. The way this is, let me see something here. Yep, we do have to have it like that, because the cabinet is on the inside and this is a trapdoor. So we have to put that there in order to get that up. And those go like that. This should actually go the other way, which means probably having something here so that we can get it to go up. Oh, maybe we can do it from here. Nope. This has happened before. Let's put something right here for a second so that I can put a trapdoor right here that goes down. Okay. So yeah, in order to have that, I'm treating this like it's a piece of furniture. But what I want on this side, see this side right here, where this is fine, it's sticking out here. This, I'm not so sure about right here. But if, what do you see what's going to happen here? 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't want to have to bring it in. we're not going to be able to put curtain right here. We're not. Not going to be able to put curtain here. So since we're not going to be able to put curtain here, we're going to bring the window over to here. So this is going to be the window for that area. And then here, I need a second piece of wood. Second kind of piece. And let me see. Let's look here and see. I don't think I have anything that's going to look good. But just as an example, what I want to do is, for instance, have something be here like that. So that is the chest right there. That's kind of neat. Like it's some kind of strange old-fashioned chest. And I like that. And we can't put anything anyway. And so we'll leave that. We're going to put something, we can put something on top of the fridge. Have a plant or something. Let's look at plants. I don't know. Let me look at this and see what it looks like if we tried to hang this in the corner. We can't. I can sit that there. That's interesting. Look what it looks like. Look at that. That actually makes a different looking flower pot. Let's get something big. Tree, sapling, SAP. Or should we get flower? Which of the flowers look the best? Lilies. We have to have something. Ah, azalea. AZ. Azalea is going to look big enough, or cactus or something like that would be something that would look pretty big in there. Okay, will it go in? Dun, 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 dun. Will it go in? Let's see. No, please let it go in. Let's see. Whoops. No, it won't go in. Let me see if the flower will go in. Lily. Let's look at azalea, AZ. Let's look at this and see if this one will go in. Oh, God. Yes. Yay. Excellent. Excellent. I love it. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. All right. Do we have any boxes? Anything that looks like a box that would fit on top? Gift boxes. Do we have jars? Yes, we do. We can definitely put jars up there. I thought we had bottles. Maybe it's bottles. TTL. I thought we had a group of bottles, but I don't see them at all. Let's go to Dawn of Time. So let's come to here. Let's come here. This is chipped, and I don't think chip's gonna have anything that I can use in this part. Chipped is mostly big pieces and doors, glass, blockies, tons and tons and tons of blocks. At the end, we've got some lights. Okay. Chipped, handcrafted. That would give us silverware. We've got some dishes. We could put a bowl somewhere. That might be interesting, having this set of dishes. We could try this. have anything else. What is that? Tropical fish. Don't like trophies so much. And I know there's one in the exploration center that they have a skeleton, but it's not so much a trophy as it is a statue. I prefer to think of it that way. Let's come here and let's look at where we might put this bowl. I might want the bowl to go right here like that. See that sitting there like that? That is nice. That works. We can have another flower, but this time we will use Dawn of Time. And this is Dawn of Time right here. And let's go to the Asian part and let's see. This is what is called this has Asian influenced pieces. And we have teacups. We could have this tray on the counter. If we want to have another plant, we could do that. Sliding paper door, I'll keep that in mind. And the flowery wallpaper that went away is back with Dawn of Time. Tatami mats. And we're doing good. Okay, so let's say that the two of them are here right now. We can put one there. Let's put it here like this. One here like this. And how do I flip that? I don't think there's going to be a way. I'd have to have it almost be this way. Let's see what it looks like if I put it here. It looks like it's set the other way. Let's just put a cup here. Someone just having a cup. And let's put on this table over here. Let's put over here this. We should be able to, oh, ooh, did you see that? Oh, that was interesting. Look at that. That's intriguing. That's actually intriguing. We're going to put that there. And I think we can put one here. There we are. And we'll do some kind of pots or something. Let's pick what stools we're going to have. And then right in this area here, we'll have a large dining room, and we'll decide what we're going to use for the carpet on the dining room area, if we're going to have some specific carpet. This is to put curtains up, and we're probably only going to have one curtain. And we seem to be doing green in this area, so let's go with it. Let's put green here and here. And I don't want to put anything here. I think it makes it that we can't do something, put something on the counters. So we'll just have that come down and be there. And that means that in this area right here, we'll probably have some sort of green carpet. But for right now, we're going to have that as what's going on. Let's look at our people for a minute. Everybody is tucked in. They're sleeping, at least. The people are sleeping. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. And let's see if we have a lot of dissatisfaction. And so this is what the place looks like so far. So they have a kitchen. Oh, stools. At least they'll have some place to sit other than the bed. So we'll come here and we'll get some stool that looks nice with that. I think I'm going to use a regular 4-post stool, but I just want to find something that's light. There's a stripped birch simple. That one's not going to do. That's the plank. And there's a baobab. Look at the baobab and see. You're looking for lighter colors. Let's look at the pine. I think the pine's going to be too gray. If it was more greenish, maybe. We'll see what it looks like on the ground. And I think that's it, other than light wood and quartz. So these are our stools. So one of them looks, ooh, that's the pine. That's actually kind of interesting. And this is the baobab, looking like that color. The actual birch, stripped birch, having a look like that. We don't have stripped in here, so it looks like that. That's kind of okay. This is a quartz stool. I'm actually kind of liking those. And last of all but not least, a simple stool. And look at how that looks with that. I actually like that probably the best. So we'll do this, but I need that back piece to face. Can I get it to face that way? Yes. Okay, so there's one there, one here, which means that we can take this and put this on this end right there. And so that's the two of them sitting there and eating breakfast. And then another stool right here. And how do we do that stool? I think we can do it like that. Yes. And we can have one here, but the door opens this way. So it would have to be someplace. I think I'm just going to leave these right now like this. I could see all of these places that it looks like I could have a stool. I can't, because they actually have, welcome back. Hello, welcome back. And there we go. So that, it turned out to be an interesting surprise. And then we'll do something to carpet and put in a dining table later. And the time is 3:30 in the afternoon their time. We've got this living room part done. The bedroom just has the bed and this magnificent picture, and that part is done. And then we did this part of the hall. We'll see what we want to do. We still can put something here. I think we can. That looks like it's where it should be in order for us to be able to put something on that wall. So that should be okay. Now someone lives here now. So we are going to put this right here. And that takes care of that. Do I have something that would look like that and chipped? Door. No, let's do matte. And let's see at the very end here how many different kinds of mats I have. I'm not going to find it like that. Door. It would be easier to find it like this. Come down to the end here. And there they are. All right, so Macaw's has holiday mats, but I think they're just a single door open. And I was trying to see if there was something that might look like a double door, but there isn't. And this is Mr. Crayfish. Let me see what size this is. Yeah, see, it's just gonna do that. So let's look at carpet, and let's see if we can find something in the carpet area that looks like it might look like an outdoor mat. The only thing that we could use would be the thatched, and we could put it there like that. And I guess we'll do that. Since they have the double doorway. And there goes Dexter, and Dexter is there, and here comes Patrick. Patrick is living in this house to the right here, which now has curtains. And then Steffi is coming. That is Steffi. And Steffi's complaining about something. If she's not eating, we're gonna have a problem. She's eating, she's got food, so it's not so bad. She just wants more variety, and I totally understand. I do. See a putty tat. So, okay. So now we've been working on this. What did you miss? You missed this. This is all that I've actually been doing. We changed out the floor and made it wood. We also finished the walls in this area. And then we put in this kitchen. And this kitchen is a combination of handcrafted, which was quite a surprise to see those. And Farmer's Delight are the ones with the white front. And then down here, these are handcrafted too. These cabinets down below. Let me see whose these are. So yeah, so all the counters are handcrafted, and except for these white front cabinets, and those belong to Farmer's Delight. It looks like an actual one. Yay! Excellent. I like it. Excellent. And so there it is. So there is, and we found out this is one of the hanging. This is actually a hanging flower pot that's not hanging, and look what it looks like. So that is a wonderful surprise, to have another different kind of flower pot that we can actually put flowers in, because you can't put flowers in the pots in handcrafted. You like the large windows? Yeah? You mean larger than these? Yeah, I had to, because these pieces are here, if the window went all the way up. The fridge flower pot, isn't that neat? I think so. I think that's adorable. Yeah. And if we had made the windows here, we couldn't put any curtains in this corner. And so that's one of the things with panels and stuff, and that's actually okay. And then we have this carpet right here. Now this is blue, and we do be leaning towards cyan and blue here, so we might have to have this carpet be a mixture of blue and cyan in some kind of way to make that work out. However, we've been working on this for a while, and I am just going to take a moment what time is it? It's almost midnight. And this is what the bedroom looks like right here. And they are sleeping under this immense picture in here. But this is the master bedroom in this house. And we took out the children's beds because they were sleeping in them. And you know something, seriously, if there were bunk beds, I would want to sleep in them too. Not all the time, but I certainly would want to try them out, and it's almost like that's what they were doing.
All the time they were king-size bunk beds.
Mm-hmm. So, only if it falls. Yes, so let's hope that it's nice. Oh, look, coming out of the bedroom. Oh, that's nice. I like that view. Let me see. I don't have a lot of stuff on the counter. Before I make something of that view, why don't we get a toaster? We can have a toaster, TOAS. Why don't we use, Cooking for Blockheads toaster is a really nice size and I like it. So we're going to put it over here. Yeah, let's put it next to the stove. No? We've got that there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Let's try it here and let's see what it looks like if we have it sitting right there. Let's see what it looks like. I miss X-Line's toaster. X-Line was the one that had the cord, which you could see, plugged into the wall. But they haven't come over to Neo yet. And so that works. That part works. And then if we wanted to have something here, we could have a jar. A jar with something. Why don't we just do this jar for right now? This is a huge jar. But we could put it there like it's some special. No, see, it doesn't look right. It looks too big for the type of jar that it is. Let's look at jars again. These work better for some reason. And so I'm going to take one of these right here. Now, I don't think we can put cookies in these and have them look like cookies. I think we tried, but let's see. Chocolate chip. Nope, then we didn't get it this time. Chocolate. CHOCO. And we're not getting cookies. COOK. That's what we need. Let's take 5 and let's see if we can put these in. Oh, look at us putting cookies in there. Who is this? Who is this? Mr. Crayfish for the win! Yahoo! Mr. Crayfish has returned the glass jar that you can put stuff in. Excellent, Mr. Crayfish. Excellent. So look at those cookies sitting in the jar. I love it. I absolutely love it. That is spectacular. So yeah, it's a huge cookie jar, but cookie jars are usually huge. And then the fact that it's those kind of cookies, I just like it. Okay, so there we are for right now. And let me do this. I'm going to have this here. And I think we're good. All right, let's come back. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's sunrise. We're going to look at some of the places where the restaurants. We'll go through restaurants for a minute. You did miss, Mr. Villager, us taking a look at the submarine, probably, and the cruise submarine. And we could go back there for a moment because it's way over on the other side. I just want to look and make sure that some of the restaurants in this area are actually serving food. And we'll come back here. Now we have a couple things. We did hire a new botanist for this industrial. This is an industrial flower shop right here, and he was. You see what he's got there? Tadeo was considering doing some druid stuff, but he likes the idea of flowers much better, and he definitely has, for a kid, the abilities to do that. He's intelligent, he has mana and focus, but he likes this, so we're going to have him do this for a while. He's starting out small. He can only make poppies and dandelions right now, and we'll give him some other stuff a little bit later.
What's it today?
And you need, what do you need?
I'll take care of it.
Are you asking for? Yes, he is. And he got a delivery, and so he's not asking for it anymore there. He's not dissatisfied with his food, which is good. This cookery isn't open yet. We don't have anyone to be there. Looking at our kids when they graduate, I don't think we found someone for the cookery yet. If Hannah, who is a druid, wanted to do the cookery instead, that would be a different thing, because look at her, but she's not. She doesn't want to be stuck in one place. She and Arden both are wanting to be couriers, that they like being able to move around and make their own schedule, and but they don't want to be fighting to do it. And so they are both going to become couriers. Right now they're studying. They came in, they hadn't finished school, and they wanted to finish school first, so we're letting them because we don't have any place for them, and so we're waiting. So we still don't really have anyone for the cookery. These are our kids down here. Hannah is probably the best suited, although Jonas is not bad. And did we put Jonas's name down here? Hold on, because remember we got interrupted while we were doing this. Let me see if we put Jonas. Yeah, okay. So we definitely do. Jonas is going to take this on when he graduates, and hopefully by then it'll be more than a level 1. But if it's not, it'll be fine. Ryan right now is waiting for concrete to she's waiting for a lot of concrete. We're going to cancel this order right now, cancel her upgrading. What I'm going to do is have her start working on this. The reason I am is because the next step of this is diorite and andesite, and we have tons of that, and it doesn't require dyeing or mixing, and so then he will at least be a level 2. So we're going to have Ryan upgrade the building, and that takes her off the list of the 9 builders who are asking for who are specifically asking for concrete. All 9 of them asking for concrete. So here she comes. Here she comes. And she's right here talking to Dex. No, Tadeo. Talking to Tadeo about what he would like, asking how he is, and look at this commute. This is pretty good for her. So she is going to end up building these two and finishing this apartment building once there is more concrete. And then now, coming down into this area, I just want to see what's going on with Steffi. Because Steffi didn't get... Yay, Hallie! Dun 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 dun! Let me look here and see what we've got. We got the same thing again. She did get something actually. And we'll have this go back to the warehouse. Let me see what she has on her.
Hi.
Hi. No. So she does have a little bit more on her, and that's good. I'm going to give her this, and we're going to put this in here, and that gives us an extra. Okay. I know. We're working on getting some more salmon. So Raquel, I think we didn't actually look at Raquel, but we'll see. And there goes Hallie. Hallie started on one of the other residences, so we know where she is. She's in the new dairy area, and Raquel is here. How are you doing, Raquel? You're doing okay. I see that. This looks like I did it recently. She's got a lot of these. I'm going to take one of these away. And people are going to come for... She's got a lot of this. See that right there? That's too many. We'll take these back. And these she has... How many of these does she have? 3, 4, and let me see how many there actually are. 2 there, and 2 here. Let's take this one back. Then no one else has any food. That's why we're doing this. And steak dinner. Yogurt for breakfast and kebabs for lunch. And over here, pastas. The steak dinners here should add up to a whole set. And they do. And we'll have to leave that because I think that's all we have. Wait, not you, you and you. And what do you have on you? More steak dinners. Okay. Cheesecake and berries in yogurt this morning. Good for you. And this is Gray, and Gray is working on, he's either working on apple pie or he would like some. These large milk bottle, disable this. We're not using soy. What is this here? We're not making those. Disable them. Pizzas should be up at the top, and that actually looks like those came up again, those pieces. I was pretty sure I had those someplace else. And we'll put that pizza in. Where's the other pizza? Oh, it doesn't show. No, there it is. See? I'm going to bring these things up and we'll see if they keep going down to someplace else, because I would like these pieces to come up here. And so let's move them up. Those are disabled. I know. I just want to put them up higher. And here, and we've got all this in this area at least. I should be bringing these down. But we'll leave the cake for right now. I do need someone to make me some cakes. And that would be nice. And so now she is waiting for cobblestone still. And then she's waiting for racks. And she's waiting for composted dirt. We'll look at one of the farmers for a minute. Here comes somebody. Composted dirt. Hi, Logan. And Logan's not talking to me. Avery. And we were trying to see if maybe Cadence would now make concrete, but she is not making it. She's just making powder, and she's not making anything right now. And so it is the nature of the arcology. Concrete mixer is not working. And we'll come over here and put this in to go into the refrigerator in the warehouse. And that takes care of this area. Let's go over to, actually let's take the farm road down as far as we can take it for just a moment. We could stop into Corinne's restaurant. Stop in here. And see what's going on here. It is sunset, so everyone's gone home, but I just want to see if she has, and she's doing okay. She actually has a decent variety. So she is doing okay. I love these chairs. These chairs, if I'm not mistaken, are Valhelsia. And these are, of course, Macaws. Are they, or are they Mr. Crayfish? They are Macaws. Macaw's chairs that we have sitting there. Let's go down to, we're headed toward the hotel area, but we're going through the farm country, and this is as far as we can go. But if we come down here, we can see what Elena is working on. Remember, it said that Elena finished working on the house, the residence, and the residence that she's working on is this apartment building back here. And this is now, looks like a level 3, but we'll check. Nope, this is a 2. Wow. So now she's going to start bringing up, wait, show me that again. Oh, she's working on these. Okay, these are the apartments. This house is, yeah, this house is backwards. I know I did it. And this is actually at level 3. So she finished that, and now she's getting the level 3s done for the apartments. And she has 3 of them done, so she's working on the last one. Whoa! Vincentius Primus exploded. That time he exploded. Okay, and so since she is working on that, we can come in here and get her to work on the level 4 when the time comes. Yes, this is Elena working on this, not Hallie. So let's do build options, and this is Elena, and upgrade the building. And so she'll turn this into a level 4 building, and I believe level 4 is where we start needing concrete. So we're going to end up selling everything we know, everything we have for Lilies of the Valley in order to get the amount of white dye that we need for concrete. In the beginning, the nation of Tana, the mermaid nation of Tana, was actually helping by supplying Arnaaluk, the city, the druid city of Arnaaluk, with supplies, including with dye, and that allowed them to have white concrete. But now they are pretty much on their own, and so we have to be getting the materials from them trading with other city-states, or from them actually making it themselves. And so that is what we are doing. So let's go through here. We just saw that. We're going to go through. This is the spirit apartment, I think. And if this is spirit, no one lives here. Samira is still here. Let's see who's here. Hannah, Jorny, and Arden. Aren't you too far away, guys, to be living here? You two are too far away to be here. And Jorny doesn't have a job yet. So we're going to get them out of here. I think they're going to be in the... Samira can be here for right now until I have some more room. But these are druids who were living here when the kids were here. One of the druids was living with Mr. Villager in his place, but no one's living there now. And then here we have farmers. And these farmers are waiting for that building that's being worked on. That's at the back here. They're really waiting for this building. The buildings that are back there to be finished. So they have more room. There's not any room left here. Although I'm looking at an empty apartment right here. Let me see who's here now. No one's here. So I'll keep that in mind. I know there's... someone has a pet bat. So this is the Spirit Botanical in front of the Sakura, which is the apartment buildings. And then right here are the Spirit apartment buildings right here. And over here, this is the, that looks like the mahogany right there. And these is the oaks right here. And the oaks is full of couriers. And Scarlett and Kendra are sharing an apartment. They're not a couple. They're sharing an apartment. Over here we have Sam, one of the couriers. And here we have Daniel. We could have them share a place. We've got some pretty luxurious stuff going on here for these guys, don't we? Harry's here by himself. Let's pull this bed from here and let's put Sam and Daniel in here with him. So let's come here. Let's take unsigned Daniel from here, and we'll put him over on the other side. Let's come over to here. Let's look, and this is Scarlett and Kendra sharing this one. But over here, we're going to have Samuel come away from here. And I close. We can close this one. No one lives here. This is the one I'm going in to add the guys to here. So Samuel will be here. and Daniel will be here. And let's get Journey and the others. Journey is supposed to be one of these, if I'm not mistaken, but let's look for a second. Is anyone here? No. Let me look at Journey for a minute. Does she have enough? She has enough as a kid to actually be here, and I think we should do that. That she actually has enough of it as a kid. Let's hire her here as a reception druid. And then we'll go to the university and we'll look in the dorms and get a place for Arden and for Hallie. Something's going on there. Let me think about it. Hannah, that's what's going on. It's like, no, that name isn't right. So let's come here for a second, and I'm going to get, let's see if there's anyone in this dorm. There are 3 people in here, including Hannah. So that, I think, is kids, because Hannah's one of the kids. Let's come down to here, and let's look, and Fabian, and this one's full. The head of the librarian is, the head librarian is here for the university. Case is here. Ariana is the teacher, and she's here, and Leonard is here. So we have a bunch of adults living in this part, but there was more than enough room for us to have the kids here as well. So that means that here, sure enough, Hannah and Arden can live here, and this is much better for them. It's still a little far, but it's okay. I thought Daniela was living with somebody, but she's not living in the dorm. We'll put in a house connected to the farm first, before that. She should be in the dorm over here. We do have that farm dorm. And how much do you want to bet that she's living in the farm dorm in this area? So I'm going to look and see the doors open. This is pretty. And Nola, Lena, and sure enough she is. And Marcel is here. This is a full house, with Marcel being surrounded by women in this house. And yeah, there we are. Okay. Couriers. You see the couriers moving around. And you hear Everly, she is fishing. I love the colors of what she has on. That looks really pretty, and I like that little hat that she has on as well. And yay! 8 hours. That is one of the longer researches. It took 8 hours to research fertilizer, which is the 4th research on that fertilizer tree, which is why it took so long. I think it's 2, 4, and 8. 1, 2, 4, and 8. We can look and see for a moment. I know I'm taking the chance. I have most everything done on the technology, so I'm not taking too much of a chance here, but I don't want to actually do something, research something by mistake, and that's why I don't usually do this. And here we are down here. So the fertilizer was the last one. Bone meal, dung, compost, fertilizer, and then magic compost, which we're not going to do any of the 5s. We do the 4 and Podzol. I just can't pick. I can't pick which one. So we're not going to do those for now. So now I don't think they're researching anything. They are not. So we will come back as a player in order to give them something to research, but not right now. What time? That is amazing. That is 2 hours. Yum. And yeah, it's very interesting, but right now, we have returned to just being really quiet. There's Duran again. Duran's visiting again. Duran likes coming and visiting. We have a baker. I think we do have a baker here. We kept the cups because we don't really have the glasses that we had before, and so we were using those cups. There's a Christ and that legacy. We got a Christ. Let me look here for a second. I think we got one just one of these last times here, just recently. Let me come up to here. Yeah, Marcel, who's the dairy farmer. And it wasn't recently, it was 2 groups of kids before. But we do have a Christ, a Christmas, or a Christmas. We do have one here, so he's just visiting. Alec is new. That name we do not have. The Atlee name. And yeah, and we can't get anybody. We're still waiting for, and I didn't check to see if they were there. We're waiting for steaks. We are at a full 150 people, and in order to have more, we would need to have some more steaks, and we had requested them, and see, nothing's been done with this post box. I'm gonna try something. I'm going to take it away and put it in again and make it the last post box, and let's see if that will get it so that they will make it. Steak. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then books. I need 1 stack of books. Okay, so let's see now if they see that, since that's the last one put in, and we'll see how that works. And do we need anything? So we can go back now to we did work on one of the houses. We can go back now to the submarine and look at it. I don't want to look at anybody because if they turn out to be perfect in some kind of way, I can't get them because we're restricted now. We would need to research, and that research is probably going to take 8 hours. It's the last one. But it's definitely going to take 4. And so we just need to be careful of that. What? Gail, what are you doing?
What is it?
You tell me. How long have you been there? You're starving. Okay, and so they'll probably go and get something to eat. So we'll go to the submarine. Let's look here at Miguel. No, 1. Gale is the dairy farmer. And let's see what he's got. He hasn't gotten any dye yet. So he's still waiting for dye to come in. We can check at the warehouse and see if any of the dye is waiting. Ready? 18 white dye.
Another day of work finished.
And let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it's pretty close to the end of the day. There it is, 6 o'clock in the night. And the dye is upstairs. So let's look through. Oops. I thought I saw some red or something. But I don't see it. Hold on. I did hit it, right? I don't see it. Maybe I didn't. Hold on. Or I missed it and it's actually down here. It could be in the ship. And I don't see it. Alright, so we'll request it again. Isn't that curious? That would be funny if when I requested it, they snatched it, wouldn't it? Let's see if there's any left. Let's come to here and let's look for white dye 18. Now this time I did. Alright, let's go up. Everyone's in bed. This is good. I'm not seeing this one this time. So interesting. This means it's in one of these corners, maybe. There it is. Look at that. See that right there? And dye is what we're looking for. And there it is. There's 18 dyes. We have a lot of cod. So we should be getting a lot of fish. The tropical fish are not, I don't think that we're actually doing anything with those. We still have some kelp. And what I mean by that is we're not letting them be composted. We're supposed to be letting them be returned to warm water, and we'll see if we can. And then of course the rotten flesh goes back to the skeletons, but we did find what we were looking for. Cookies, and we have ender pearls, we have some kelp, and we'll leave all of that for right now. And there it is, the moon. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I like that. Okay. All right. See, it looks normal this time of day up here. During the daytime, it gets super bright. And we do have, wait a second. Yep, that is the full dome. And that is the full dome. Okay, good. So let's go to Juan. And let's see if with this 18 we can get him. Does that mean he's going to make 18? Let me see how that works out. Let's come to here, put that in. Let's look at concrete. And let's look at this concrete powder. Yep. But you do get 8 for 1. So that's actually good. We are getting enough. Yay. Okay, so that is going to help immensely. So yeah, we're going to give him not all of that. I'll give him 9, and I'll give the other 9 to Kendra, who's at the end of this hallway here. This is the logistics center. If she needs it, she might not. She might have already gotten some. She has white concrete and concrete powder, but she doesn't have a lot. And she doesn't have... There's the light gray, and that's all she's got. So she actually could stand to have some concrete materials. And because I need it so badly, I'm just going to go ahead and get it for her. And here we are. Let's come to here and let's get sand. And our sand is still up. We still have 3,000. So we'll come along here and see if we see a marking for it. I don't see a marking, and you know, I should have actually sorted just to have them all be in one place. I just saw red, I thought, but I was wrong. Okay, here's green right here. This is perfect. So we'll come here and get the sand from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And is this gravel? Doesn't it look like this was brought back here? That would be funny if the couriers brought it back from Juan's place, wouldn't it? That would indeed. And we can come this way. Earlier on Twitch, we looked at Juan's place, and everything was gone from that. All right, and here she is. Let's put it here. And then let's get the dyes. So we have enough dye to do all of those right there. So it's 9. Should have enough to do that, but we'll see. No? Really no? All right, so this is a level 5 for Scarlet right here. And why don't we take these 2 pieces away here, and we'll put in the scaffolding for that. We have plenty of scaffolding, so I'm not making any. The only thing that I'm making is the concrete, and they'll have to give it back to me. So let's come here, SCAFF, and we have 92 left, and I believe it was upstairs, but I could be wrong. We'll find out momentarily. Yep, I can see it downstairs, sitting right there on the floor. Right here. Okay. So we need 6 in order to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In order to make a pass-through. There's plenty of concrete here. I'm going to take a 64 stack here. And this is going to be interesting. This will be curious. I'm going to try something curious. Let's go back to here. We're going back to the logistics center. See, in this area, we don't have anything happening because of the buildings, the proximity to other buildings. Right here, we actually have this scrub already sitting here. And this is what happens when we come out right here. So what I'm going to try and do is something interesting. Let me take these, let me take this, and let me see if I can do this. 1, I can. 2, 3, 4, and there's the platform. 5, 6. So I need to, from here, be able to go 1, 2, 3 and come up right here. So that part is good. Now look what I'm going to be able to do. This is actually good because this platform is so weird here. I'm going to bring this. Now this is concrete powder I'm using from Cadence. And we'll have this. Do I need, wait a minute, I need to make sure that I can reach that. I can. Nope, that's sitting right where I need it to be. So I need this to come out. One more in this direction right here. Come all the way up. Come all the way down. And now, let's have this come here like this. There we go. How do I make that look like it's connected in this place? Let me get one thing here. Let's go to here and get one of these and put it right there. And on this side where this is, so this comes up to here and is on this side right here. We don't need this to be a stair here. We're going to take this part out, put that in. And on this side, this comes to here and goes down here. So right here, we need this to go down right there. And this to come up here. And this to come up here. So this is the thing that's holding this up. And then from here, I need to be able to get down. And this is too far. Wait. See right there? So we need the floor, I think, to be here. 1, 2, 1, 2. And sure enough. Okay, so scaffolding. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Where's that putting that? Is that putting that on the outside or up on that part? Yeah, put it up there. Okay, fine. 1, 2, 3. And let's come up here where I now have 1,000,000 pieces and take these away. Take that away and whoa! Look at that flying away there. And so this gives us this right here, coming down here and going up here. Dun, 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 dun. And so that's how they're getting to where they need to get to. Is this panel? Why don't we do glass right here instead? We'll do glass panel. We use those. We use that. And this is mine, so I'm going to put this here. I need something. Let me think about this for a second. 25. So what are we doing? So we've got these places where these scrubs come in, and there's no place for the driver of the scrub to get out of the scrub and to come into the building. If the building opened, then the place would be flooded. There actually isn't an airlock situation right here. And so, since this is the way he has it, Lubian has it, we're making it so that they're going to be able to step out into that. Let's come here. Let's take this. This is panel. I don't want panel. I want glass. Let's come to here. Let's come to here. GLA. Let's come to here. And let's do this. Pane. So we're going to replace this iron bar with pane. I have to be really careful here because of the hut block. And here, here, and here. Okay, and so this is now the piece that's here, and then we need several armor stands. So we could have them make the armor stands for us. Armor stands are pretty easy. I think just to make it so that I'm not having a problem with the post boxes. I don't know how many are supposed to be able to be used. I have 2 that aren't being responded to, so it's almost acting like 1 works, but we'll just go to the university and ask for it there. We'll ask for 4 armor stands. I'm thinking about the places where we have those. We'll start with 4 armor stands, and I think that'll be enough for now. And if we need more, then we'll get some more. But we can get them to make the armor stands now. There's plenty of stone. There's plenty of all the materials, and I prefer them to do it. So, did we get anything yet? So we'll have to figure out what's going on with the boxes, the post boxes, because they're not working. So requesting stuff isn't working. Because that's a long time. Even if we're not getting enough stakes, there should be something, and there actually isn't. And is it true that we don't have stakes or books? So we're not keeping up with being able to make those. Let's see what I can do about that. This is the challenge. Oh my gosh, how did it get to be? Hold on, stop. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, that was actually an alarm. Ordinarily I'd be done by this time, but not on Tuesdays. On Tuesdays, that is a half hour early. We still have another half hour. So, hold on. And we're going to come over let's go to the warehouse. I want to see what we have. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll be 6 in a moment. And people are going to start going home for the day. Couriers are putting stuff away. I'm going to sort. And now I'm going to request how much steak? We only have steak dinners. How much books? We have bookshelves and enchanted books. How many enchanted books we have once again? Wow. Wow, we have chiseled bookshelves. What are they from? You're back and in time. Yes, you are. You absolutely are. So we have a bunch of bookcases. But we don't have any actual books. And how do we fix this? I know that bookcases break up into books. But I would prefer them to actually make books. And it's seeming almost like we're not keeping up with that. So let's come out and welcome back. Welcome back. And are you feeling better? Are you feeling a little bit better, Mr. Villager? Let's come down here to our 2 plantations and want to look and see this plantation here. And it's on Manuel. Fields, teaching. There's paper. Better of what? You said you were doing marginally good when you first came on. And so I was wondering if you're doing better. Teach recipe. Who makes books? Let's find out. Who makes books? They do. And let's teach books here. And that recipe now is here as well. We have plenty of leather. Let's go over and let's have her son, Brentley, who's also doing sugar, know how to make books. He's making scaffolding and bamboo things. He's making a lot of different bamboo stuff. And she's making books. We can have, I'll leave him to make the bamboo stuff. I'll have her make books, and then the retailer in the shopping center, we can have her make books. And so we'll have 2 of them making books. And we'll see how that goes. And what was that, Mr. Villager? So we're going to come over here to the shopping center, to the flower market, where we have Evelyn, one of our 2 Evelyns, and she is going to make some books for us. Just an exaggeration of yours? An exaggeration? You're doing marginally good? Okay. Crafting. She's also doing scaffolding, but we're going to teach her to make books also. So there she is. Farmer's Delight. That has to be made with a crafting table. the Minecolonies will make the book with leather, and that would be nice. I think Farmer's Delight to get this canvas rug is 2, so we'd have to see what canvas is. BAS, there's canvas rug, canvas, and that is straw. And let me see, there's a straw bale, and there you have it. So then you start having all sorts of things. Can we grow straw? Let's see if we can. RAW. This is straw from Farmer's Delight. And let's look. I'm not getting anything, so we can't. So we can't do anything with this. It looks like bamboo would get you straw. I see. So that's where the straw comes from. It's actually the parts of the plant that we're not eating or using. And I like that. We just can't do it. So we have leather. We have sugar for the paper. Sugar. There is a way of making paper with bamboo, but I don't think that we can. Teach recipe. Let's look at that again. PAPER. This is bark. This is sugar. Farmer's Delight. That's Dawn of Time using mulberry leaves. And now I don't see bamboo at all as a way. But let me see. Yeah. Yep. So that either went away or I was misinformed. Okay. And so now she can make books. Did I actually do that, or did I just talk about it? No, she can make books. And she can make paper. And because she's in this lovely little shop here, she has some really pretty location. And this is what she's actually doing. She's actually growing pickles and seagrass here. Right now we don't need any seagrass, and we really don't need any pickles. So I would pause her completely, but I need her to be able to make books and stuff. So she won't do that if she's paused. So we'll just leave her for now. We can give the pickles to desert people who don't have an opportunity to get pickles, sea pickles to use, and they are very useful. And so we can sell them our pickles for lilies, but they're not going to grow the lilies for us. We'd sell the pickles, and then we'd have to go to another town and buy lilies of the valley, because we have a ton of pickles. And we'll look at them. Do you need anything? Mr. Villager, are you playing? Are you actually playing Minecraft? Or have you been too busy to play? I haven't heard anything about your people or anything in a while. I haven't. And let's come here. And what am I here for? What am I looking for? Just that quick? I've totally forgotten. Pickles. ICKL. We only have 1,000. So it's not like we have a whole lot, just a little in a rush. Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering. I was wondering. Let's go back. So pickles isn't the thing that we're going to sell. Let's look at seagrass. We have more seagrass, but we're not growing any right now because we have a ton. Fishing rods. We could look at the fishing rods and combine some and see what we've got. Why don't we do that? Did I sort first? Let's sort. Let's go back and now let's look at rods for a minute. Fishing rods, and let's pick that and let's see if we can find them. Are they on this floor? They are not. Let's go up. There are things that we can sell, and the things that we can sell to Tana, especially to my people, for lots and lots, is what we're looking for. Ah, there we go. There we are. And here they all are. Mending. Let's take these down right here. These are all undone. Oh, these are all good. Look at this. These are actually beautiful. You've been trying hardcore. Ooh, hardcore is difficult. It is. Nope. We're gonna have to go to Amanda. We're gonna have to go to Amanda's shop and use her smithing table. Are you liking it? How is that, playing hardcore? That seems pretty stressful. Knowing that when you die, everything's over. Alright, and we can come here. So we've got these. This is lure. Didn't we have a lure here? There's a lure and an unbreaking, and that will bring this all the way back. And this is unbreaking mending. Look, the sea. Let's put this mending one on, and that one's fixed. It's the 5th world. You've lost count. Oh, you wanted to know how it feels to actually be the people, know how terrifying it is, and consider the danger more closely. Interesting. Yeah, it's dangerous. There is no question about that. Let's see if we've got something we can add this to. We can add this to here, and that would work. Your objective is not only this, but also you want to turn it... Oh, you want to make it a canon for your story. You want to make it part of your story. Interesting, yeah. Let's see, fishing rod. Why don't we just do that one? That didn't add anything. And these fishing rods here, we can just make these whole. They're just fishing rods, but we can make them whole. There's an unbreaking right here and a fishing rod. So why don't we put this in? You're trying to feel the harshness, how it is to be one step facing death. Ah. It can be pretty intense. Do you want to put unbreaking or one of these? Let me see what I've got here. I've got these left. Ooh. Unbreaking. Nah, let's add this to just a fishing rod, but one of the small ones here. Unbreaking, unbreaking. We'll just put that there. Considering the first 3 worlds, you have evolved a little. Now you have a true home. Interested to see it? I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. Let's take this one here. And that one's done. And there's enough of this, I think, to add to this fishing rod. And we'll just add this. There we go. And this one's left. And we can put these back in the warehouse. Let me see what I have on me for a minute. Let's see. I have the stakes. This stuff goes back to my people. And so we don't have anything else. Wait. Hold on for a second. Why do I have scaffolding? I picked it up. That's right. And that scaffolding we used. And so we'll take all of these fishing rods back to the warehouse now. It is an experience, definitely is, to live on the raw edge, to have things be dangerous and people die. It is an experience, it definitely is. And let's come here. Let's put these in here. Although I probably should have put them in the other. But we'll get the fishing rods from the other. Yay! Ryan finished. Yay, Ryan. So, let's just do something for a minute. This fishing rod, and these are all enchanted. Let's take these 3 to the other warehouse and look. Sent a part of it. Let's look at Discord. Hold on for a second. We were supposed to be going to look. Sorry. Let's come here and let's look at Mr. Villager's. Oh, look at that. It was the best she could do. Oh, I think it's cool. I think it's excellent. You're in hardcore. There are things that have to be done. Picture of when you first arrived for the first time. Oh, that's beautiful. That definitely is. It's a very nice location. It's gorgeous. No, I completely understand. Let's sort. And we're going to the other warehouse now. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And everybody is still kind of waiting, although we saw that, who was that? That was Ryan, but we knew that Ryan was working not working with concrete. And so I'm actually looking forward to to finding out if any of the Patreon server, Minecolonies team has
Perfect.
a server, a Patreon. Oh, Mr. Villager, you settled on top of that hill right there in the fog. Ooh, how cool. Mr. Villager, I forgot to tell you. Did you see that Minecolonies is going to make a Brazilian influence style? A style of that's influenced by Brazilian architecture, specifically Rio architecture. And they've started working on it, so you can go out. Well, no, you can't because you don't have Twitch, do you? But on their Twitch channel, they're actually working on that right now, and it's actually really pretty. And let's come here and let's sort. Okay. And we have a time. We have a time for tomorrow, 12:30.
Okay.
No, actually 12 to 1:30. Okay.
Be back in time.
Hmm?
Be back in time.
We're not going to be?
Can you be back and unloaded in time?
I don't know. I don't think so. Well, that would be interesting. We'd have to stay out. No.
I think so. We'll just.
You think so?
Yes.
It would mean that we'd have to come straight. We wouldn't be able to stop.
We'll see how it goes.
If you wanted, we could go ahead of time and you could take it with you.
No.
Okay, then, yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so let me see. I sorted here and let's, okay. Oh, to next. Let's come here and let's look for these. Actually, let's look for rods first, since I have those. And these fishing rods, look at that, they're all right. Wait, I thought I sorted. Hold on, that didn't give them to me. Let's sort again. And let's look for rods. And we've got a ton of them. And so let me see where they're ending up this time. Okay, back here. This looks more like it. So we can take all of these out that are partials. See all these partials right here? We'll take them out. It reminds you a little colonial style. Yeah, it is actually. It is sort of colonial in the way that it looks. It definitely is. Let's come to here for a minute and let's take these. These are all good. And these are good except this one right here. This goes back to my people. And do I have more than one? I don't. Okay, where'd they go? Did they disappear? They do that. Oh, we have boots too. Let's go over to here for a second to the blacksmith. Because you can see on Discord on the Mr. Villager, even though you can't see it on Twitch, on Discord, on their stream chat channel, there are pictures of the designs, pictures that they were looking at as inspiration or to inform them on the buildings that they wanted to build. And that's probably what you're looking at, right? This is just a plain fishing rod. This is mending. Let's put this here. Do we have anything? This is Luck of the Sea. Why don't we add that? And this is unbreaking. That's perfect. We'll put that in. This is lure. And this is mending. Ooh, nice. Nice. And this is just a fishing rod. And that's just bolstering this. And that is now done. Let's look here. Ooh, this is a nice one. And it just needs a fishing rod. And that started it. We could add mending. Yeah, let's add this mending. And that fixes that one. And that gives us these. What is this? Lure 2. These are done. This one right here. Fishing rod. That gives us lure 2 and unbreaking. Let's just do a fishing rod and get that. And then this one, mending. And then just that. Oh, we're short, but that's okay. That's short enough, and that helps put some of those out. Let me look here and see. That one's going back. These ones are going into the warehouse. So let's come out here and go into the warehouse here. And there's plenty of room right now, so we can just drop them off there. So the boots that we saw, let's look and see if we're going to sell these. We've got a bunch of them. And we can look here. Sure enough, there's 2 here. Did I actually need to sort? Where are the rest? That's unusual. That's all we got out of that. So let's sort again for a minute. Also, after a lot of reading and Googling, measuring and calculating, and noting, and of course thinking, you've made 2 conclusions. Ooh, I am listening. What conclusions did you reach? Let's look for boots. We have a bunch, so we'll try and find the next set here. And there's the rest of them. Those are all fine, and we can join these guys together. Is there one in here? Let's see if there is. I think there is, yes. This is logistics right here. And we can, these don't have anything attached to them. So they don't have any dye or anything like that. We actually need some leather stuff in order, do you think this one's better? I think so too. And in order to, let's do these 2, and they're fine. In order to make the skin diving suits. So rather than having to make, to get boots from scratch, we can just go ahead and have one of those pair and dye them. So we have 2 that I can think of right now where we need. And Mr. Villager's conclusion, number 1, basically we can conclude that he is actually like some sort of technocrat inside his villagers group. That's what he's saying. And 2, he thinks that he knows how to plan and then build the city. Excellent. Salut! Salut! How are you? Ça va? How are you today? And let's come here. And let's look. So yeah, I think we're good as far as that is concerned. We could look up rods for a second and see. We're almost at the end. That's a technocrat. Huh, that's an interesting title, Mr. Villager, a technocrat. Bien, merci. Et toi, moi, je vais bien. Ah, oui, oui. It's good. C'est bon. Yes, c'est bon. And that's all I know. That's all I can bring up really easily of my French. Although I know how to say it now. Je prends la français. Je prends... No, I'm still not saying it right. Je prends le français. I am studying the French. No, that's not studying. I am learning. Because study is étudier. And so, yeah. Let me come here for a minute and let's look for bows. Il a fait très beau aujourd'hui. He's had a beautiful day. Ah, bon, c'est bon. That's good. Très bien. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Il fait très... That means it's been a beautiful day. That and il faut étudier afin de réussir. Make study. You're finished studying. For. Okay, I don't know what réussir is. I've forgotten what that is. Studying, it's the end of something that you've just finished studying something. And no comprends pas. I don't know what that word is, that mot is. And you can't get anything, but you're glad to be present this moment. You can't get anything? Yeah? Hold on for a second. Let's look at bows. Let's see if we can find all these bows for a minute. The extra ones right here. Because we might end up selling some of this stuff. Just so that we can get lilies of the valley, and that is what we're doing. I should know that word, réussir, and I do. I know. I'm sorry. Désolé. I don't know that word. You not speak croissant? Wait a sec. You don't speak French. La français. Yes, that's true. You do not. Let's see here. And let's come to here for a second. And we'll put this here. So we won't use this or this. Now these are all going to go to Tana. The Infinity is fine. This is not. This is fine. This is fine. This is not. This is not. Let's bring these two down. This is not. And these are fine. So this is the only thing that can be put together. Bravo, you have 1. Bravo, I have 1. Why did you had to hang off that one French course? Ah.
Thunderbolts and lightning.
You know.
Lightning.
I'm sure that they do not speak Portuguese. So let's come here. It's raining. Did you hear that? And we can add this and we can't. We can add this and this together, and that gives us that, and we can add these two together, and that gives us that, and we can't put those together because infinity and mending. However, we can take these up here. These are going to get us a lot of money, a lot of currency, I should say. Whether it's money, who knows? But this is going to get us a lot that we can do to get lilies of the valley. So that is going to come through there. Oh, and your thoughts for you believe you're a techno, just don't have to write it entirely. Yeah, are up there. Just scroll down a little.
Stops raining
Okay,
soon.
I'll scroll and see for just a second. Let me take, where am I? Let's go this way. I'm going to put these things back in the warehouse for now. And we got the things that we are going to keep, and we'll put these things back. And did you hear a colonist singing Galileo? Yes, you did. Magnifico. Okay. Let me come here. Let's see. Well, following the 1 degree, the part of systematic and analytic thought, it might be right. Now the cold and inhumane methods is another story. I see what you're saying. Technocrat. I think you're an ambassador. That's what I think you are. I don't think you have to be... I think that ambassador is pretty good. Or you could be an advisor to the town council. You could be an advisor. Advisors don't necessarily have to be from the people, from the villagers, but you are a villager, Mr. Villager. But yeah, you could be an advisor. I know I'm over time, everybody. I'm going to do the extra half hour since Norm has just gotten here. So we'll do that. Hi. What you doing, Mildred? Are you waiting to work on that? Mildred is a mechanic and she works on scrubs. And so she just needs a suit, actually. And I'll do something about that. Definitely not. It's the duty of cartographers, not yours. But thanks for the title, you think. Uh-huh. Yeah. You're il n'y a pas de quoi. When I was little, I should say when I was in grade school, we had a little bit of French, and the one thing that we learned was il n'y a pas de quoi. It is nothing. I know that most people say de rien, De rien. And je vous en prie. What? I forgot the other one. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on that
Back
stuff.
to work then.
Just like I'm still working on Portuguese, right, Mr. Villager? I'm still working on Portuguese. Okay, so
Cold and wet.
let's
I hope I
show
don't
a
catch the
little
flu.
bit of what we did today. Regarde, je vous en prie. Ah oui, je vous en prie. Merci de rien. Ah oui. Yeah, I recognize those. Merci. And what we worked on today, we worked on this. That is not. Cela n'est rien. Je vous en prie. Bonne formulation. It is not. It is nothing. I thank you, I think. It is nothing. Oh, they're both sort of the same thing. Okay. Tout plaisir est pour moi. Ah! It is a pleasure. All the pleasure is mine. Ah! That's a great way of saying you're welcome. Yes. Tout plaisir est pour moi. Ah, nice. Très bien. I like that. I like that one too. Let's go in here. So we worked on this today. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. So we have this new kitchen right here, and we found out that we can, it's a form of politeness, yes. And I know there's the formal and there's the informal, like bonjour is kind of formal, but salut is informal. Oui? Oui? And let's come here. Yeah, so this is the new kitchen in here. The new cuisine. And then we had already done the bedroom. We put in curtains, and the bedroom was already done. Oh, they're asleep. Yes, they're sleeping. And then the other thing that we looked at today was the submarine, and we'll go back to it. Other than that, we were trying to figure out what we can sell to get more lily of the valley, because we can't grow it fast enough. So, a nouvelle cuisine et chambre à coucher. Ah, a new kitchen and the bedroom. Chambre à coucher. Bedroom. Ah oui. Mm-hmm. And let's come here. Submarine? That I don't know. No comprends pas. I don't know what that is. Submarine. Oh, that's interesting. Salutations, comrades. Uh-oh, it's raining. Hold on for a second. Oh, submarine! Ooh, submarine. Yes, yes. Oui. Yeah. I see is, I think je vois. Yeah, you tried. Distinguished. Oui. And let's come down here. You are very happy to vous rencontrer, to talk to me, to discuss with me. You are very happy to be here again. I'm guessing now. I am. Hold on. But I'm having so much fun. Okay, so this is what we did. Remember this part? To meet, rencontrer. I'm very happy to meet you. Oui. Or enchanté. Enchanté. Isn't that one too? And bienvenue is welcome. Yes. Bienvenue. Yes. So here we are in the cockpit of the submarine for a moment. And then we went back into the sleeping car of the submarine right here. And then you can see the bunk beds. See, they're like train cars. The bunk beds are up high and then they sit down below. And je vous souhaite la bienvenue. I wish to welcome, or je te souhaite la bienvenue. I wish to welcome you here. I wish to welcome, I think. Just making your bets while this, considering Portuguese and French, I believe have come somehow from Latin. So it's quite interesting to understand some stuff sometimes. Oui, absolutely, absolument. The Portuguese still has the Spanish so Roman, what's considered the Romance languages all have kind of the same kind of root, especially since they're using the same alphabet as English and stuff in comparison to some others. This is this is going to be the dining car, this one right here, and then this back there we saw this car here. C'est totalement incroyable. This live is totally incredible. Oh yeah? Cool. Okay, I see. So this is going to be the car. You know when you're on a train, a certain kind of train, and there's a lot of beautiful things for you to look at? So this is the car that you sit in on this submarine that lets you see all around you when it's traveling. And it's going to be really cool. And then River, she is the builder who is going to put on the caboose, the last car, in just a moment. And right in this section right here, this section right here, we're going to put the kitchen in this little area right in here, and the people will eat. This will be the dining car right here. And I know it's leaking right now, but we'll put some things on top to keep it from leaking, and it should be pretty okay. And then luggage is going to go right here, and then the captain's quarters, the captain and the crew, their quarters are going to be right here. We're going to have some beds here for them so that they can be here, and that will be very fun. And so that is what we're working on. This is where you buy your ticket to get on, and to create. There's all different things. Now this is still leaking because we want to put in, where can it go? Oh, let's show. So let's go out. So one of the interesting things is where we are would be the same as visiting the glaciers in the north, in northern European areas, or in the south, the Antarctica area. Look at that! Look at them! They were just using the elevator and coming up to go to work. That was cool. So this is what it looks like on the outside right here. So you can see it's pretty big, and that's why it has to have a piece right here. And Mr. Villager, and now you only have Google Translator to save you. I'm trying to do it without the translator. I'm trying to remember the lessons. I'm trying to know. Combien de temps? How much time do I think that your people will survive? It will, oh, that's good. How long do we think that your people will survive? That's what it looks like you're saying. Yeah. So see where I am? So if the submarine left, and this is what we'll show, ton people on the game, or the Portuguese people, or who, or de qui parles-tu? Yeah. Or who are you talking about? I think he means the people, his people, in the game. So, Mr. Villager and Fur, this is what I'll show you. Like, if we pulled out, maybe it won't last long, probably, or low, but you can make it. So see, this is where we are. Ready? When it pulls out, it would go this way, and it would come around here like this. So the people who are on the train, on the submarine, would be able to have this gorgeous view of this gorgeous view of flying over this fortress, and then they could fly. They would be going through these glaciers right here and going out to sea. So these glaciers go out for a pretty long way, and wouldn't this be beautiful to like take a cruise and to be cruising through these glaciers? That would be really, really pretty. And so that is what they are offering. It is a tourisma. It is a tourist attraction, attraction de tourisme, or tourists. And so they come out here and they go and they can come out on a day trip, or they can come out for overnight trips. And let's see here. It depends on risks and benefits. Are you asking for people in game or somewhere else? But you get it now. Yes, that's what he was saying. What's bad now? That Mr. Villager is playing hardcore. He's actually playing hardcore. So it's pretty bad. All right, so let me look at the map so I don't get lost for a second and see where we are. So see, there we are on the map outside of the city. And so that means I need to go south from where I am. Judging from the way that looks, it would seem like that would be south. And we'll see. Yeah, I think so. So, your country is in, but it's not that bad. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if we continue. Wait, which way are we facing? Let's see which way we're facing. We're facing wrong. So let's turn this way and go back. And this should make us go back in the right direction. Look at these big, huge glaciers. And so, yeah, this would be the trip that people would have fun. And there we are. Dun, 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 dun. They would have fun traveling in this area. So this is the fishery right here. And you can see right here, this is one of these, the skin diving suits for them to come out in this area. See, because there's no way for them to get to this ship. So we've made this so that they can come through here and come out here. Dun, 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 dun. Perfect. And over here, we're going to have a loader right there on that side. And that's going to be really nice. And we've got two fishers here. Look, he's fishing with a double. Look at that. He's fishing with a double. They're using some sort of double net. That is most curious. That happens sometimes when fishers are close. And then we have a suit here for the person who's going to use the loader. So these costume suit. Ah, I just saw that word for suit in Portuguese, and I can't think of it right now. Hold on a second. Combinaison. Ah oui. Yes, fishing together. Combinaison. They wouldn't say ensemble. Ensemble. J'ai new fishing. I know fish is poisson. Combinaison de plongée. Ah, oui. Ah, okay. D'accord. Yeah. And there they are. Look at they got some fish. They did. They got some fish. Okay. And guys, I have to go. I've been on for 3.5 hours, and I have to leave. And désolé, I'm sorry about that. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad to see you, and I'm glad you made it. And merci, together, ensemble. Ah oui, yeah. And so, thank you. I beg your pardon. Merci beaucoup. Thank you for being here. And Mr. Villager, obrigado. And oh, oui. I look forward to it. I do. Which is which one is it? A bientôt. Yeah. And Mr. Villager, obrigado. And boa tarde. Have a good afternoon. And for all of you who are watching, thank you for watching. And we've been listening to Drone Hands music, and we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus right now. And do you want to see me? There I am. Right there. Okay. A bientôt. Et toi. And so here we go. Bye for now, everyone. Here we go.